Hi guys, it's Angel from AngelSkyeTV. Today's your weekly medicine tarot reading for the week of January 7th. I am posting a day late today. I just started my classes again, so I kind of lost track of time, and I realized on my ride home that I had forgotten to post my video and make a video. So here I am, week of January 7th. I did post a overview of January. I did last week, so you can check that out on the channel. And I'm also uploading a video about what crystals that you might benefit from using during this year 2018. So check out those two videos. They're a little bit longer than what I normally post, especially the one for the whole year, because I broke it down month by month. So what you can expect and whatnot. So check that video out. This week we'll call in the guides from all directions of time and space, and we'll just ask that we get clear answers for the week ahead to help guide us on our path, so that we may have a clear path and be able to see without any confusion and with clarity what direction we're meant to go in for our highest good and the purpose of everyone else in our life. All right. Okay, so beginning of the week, middle of the week, and end of the week. So the beginning of the week, I do see some conflict in some of your lives, many of your lives, just opposing goals. They're showing me some of you have quite an intense roller coaster ride happening in your personal life. You're feeling at odds with yourself and with other people around you. They're also saying that you're quite ambitious, and so are the people that you're arguing with. It's almost like too many cooks in the kitchen for some of you. But your goals are very different. You want to get to the same place, but it's like how you want to get there is like completely different, and you're just not agreeing on things. So there's some conflict for sure. What the guides are saying is just to ask yourself what's more important, being right or actually, the relationship itself. So it's just like some power struggles that are happening with you and with other people that you care about or that you're working with. And again, there's just some strong leaders that are gathered together. And then they're also talking about a couple of people around you. One person in particular that just isn't playing fair at all, breaking the rules, just, doing some deceitful, underhanded things. So just want you to be aware of that. And, if you felt that already, rather than calling them out and creating this conflict, just know that and kind of, keep it in your back pocket. You don't need to prove them right or wrong or whatever just so that you can win. So try to stay out of your ego is the main message I'm getting. And you're in ego when you're trying to prove somebody wrong, because that's a win-lose scenario. And if you aren't in your ego, you would be thinking more about how can everyone win? How can, everyone get what they want, rather than they're wrong, they need to see it my way, they don't want to listen, I have to prove to them that they're wrong, and or, just degrading them in some way or cutting them down because you feel like they're wrong and you're right. Middle of the week, some really good unexpected luck's going to come your way, so look out for that. And when I say look out for that, I mean actually look for signs of opportunities, because that's sometimes gets overlooked. A lot of time gets overlooked. We get in our routines where we just, assume that life is going to always be the same. We forget that miracles can happen all the time. And this is related to money and wealth of some nature. It could even be, a an influx of positive vibrations to a relationship that's been strained. In any way, there's some travel, could be travel involved, maybe even a new car. Delays are over. The wheel card is here in the middle of the week. Expect things to move a lot faster now, is what the guides are saying. And they keep talking to me about a book. I don't think I have it up. Yes, I do. So this book is an excellent book. This is the second of 3, I believe, or maybe just 2. E cubed, E squared, whatever. This book is awesome. It has some experiments that you can practice and actually see results happening immediately. So going back to looking for those opportunities, I would recommend, I don't remember what experiment it is or if it's in this book or the other book that she wrote. Pam Grout is the author. So basically the experiment is you tell the universe, I give you 24 hours or 48 hours or maybe even 7 days, whatever you choose. The timeline really doesn't matter, but it should be, something that you track. So you give the universe 24 hours, 48 hours to give you a sign of what to do in terms of your career or what to do in terms of making more money. And then you look for those signs. You got to look for them. So it shifts your point of focus. And that's what the guides want you to do midweek. So Wednesday, Thursday, Thursday's the 11th, I believe. So January 11th. So that's a really good day to do it for whatever reason. Just ask the universe, divine, God, whatever you call it, and it's not even asking. You're making a statement. I give you 24 hours, or an intention rather. I give you 24 hours, 48 hours to show me a sign and insert whatever you're looking for. Okay, but just know whether you do that experiment or not. Obviously, it's better if you're active in your own life and present. But the wheel card's there. Things are going to start moving. You're going to start to feel like you're not stuck anymore. And this kind of lines up astrologically as well. We have the new moon coming up next week on Tuesday, I believe, the 16th. Or maybe, Tuesday the 16th. And that is in Capricorn. That's a great time to get her done. Like, just full tilt ahead. Get it done. So prepare. I want you to think about what you want to start new. What major project, what goal do you want to set? And be ready to do that on Tuesday, January 16th. Use that energy of Capricorn, who's driven and ambitious and nose to the grind, and nothing frightens a Capricorn. And when I talk about Capricorn, I don't necessarily mean the sun, your sun, just your sun sign. It can be your moon sign. It can be your rising sign. You might have, a stellium of planets that are in Capricorn. So, don't get confused that the sun sign is everything in your astrological chart. I do recommend you visiting Barbara, I think it's Goldstein. She's an astrologer online. She does great YouTube tutorials. Amazing. I just discovered her in the last couple weeks, and I've just been hooked on her. So she actually tells you, based on your sun sign, where the planets are going to, like where the lunar eclipse is going to fall, what house, etc. And that can kind of give you a very helpful idea of what's going on personally, specifically with yourself. So check her out. End of the week, the guides are telling you to believe in yourself, that you do have wonderful people around you. Now, you might not feel like this is actually true, but if that's the case, if in your life you have literally no one, you have to ask yourself, how are you going to function with no one? You can't be an island. So you can't leave it up to other people to either come in your life or not come in your life. Now, what do I mean by that? What I basically mean is sometimes we assume just life happens to us and we have no control. If you focus on the fact that you've been betrayed your whole life and everyone is out to get you, and this could be the truth. I'm not saying it's not true and that you're making it up, but focusing on what has happened in the past isn't going to create a different future, is my point. And I do want more for you, better people in your life, people that support you, and the guides are showing that those people are around you. Whether you've allowed them in or recognized them in your life, that's another story. You need to start seeing every little thing, every act of kindness, even if it's from a complete stranger, as a helpful person, and knowing that the guides are actually, bringing more people into your life if you are willing to work with them. They're also talking about maintaining a balance between work life and home life. Again, there's so much Capricorn energy right now. We're in, that month, lots of Capricorn birthdays, but also the new moon's going to be in Capricorn. And remember, Saturn's at home in Capricorn right now for the next 3 years, which is fantastic for getting things done. But Capricorns tend to overwork, so just remember, don't forget your children, don't forget your loved ones. While you get this intense focus right now, and you just want to be in your work world, just try to maintain a balance between both worlds. That's it for this week. Remember to look for my January or 2018 overview. And then also I'll be posting the crystals that are beneficial at some point this week. So check both those out. I will see you again next week. Remember to be prepared for that new moon that's coming up. And start something on that day or the day before if you can. Just something new that you've always wanted to do but didn't have the time. Don't worry about how it's going to manifest, or, don't worry about that. Just start it. And the energy itself, that momentum, like the wheel, whatever you plant, once that starts moving, it's going. It becomes a life of its own, and you don't have to put that energy in that you did at the beginning. It'll just continue to kind of go on its own. So it's important to at least start something to move something in a direction that makes positive changes for you and your loved ones. I will see you next week. Talk to you soon.